Morning, this is Sheila from My Cardstock Creations mini album, and today I'm going to show you a flip through of this junk journal that I made for a swap on Facebook, and it's 5x7 and there's 2 signatures, and for the cover and for the signatures I use file folder. I'm usually used to working with chipboard, and I wanted to try something different, so I decided to use file folder to construct a cover, and also I used it on the 2 signatures as covers. The paper pack that I use is from Graphic 45. I actually found this pack I think it was sometime last year. I went to Tuesday Morning for my first time ever, and I found this paper pack, and this is the second time I've used it. I don't have much left in here, but it's really pretty, so I decided to use it for here. And I also have some stickers, and I also have a 6x6 pad from that line, but I didn't use any pages, I don't think, and I think I used maybe one in that the 6x6 pad. Okay, so anyway, I have it closed with this ribbon, and I left it long because I wanted to make sure she had plenty of ribbon left to close when she adds her own details to this. I tried not to overstuff it because the last album I did, I really overstuffed it, and now I have to go back and get rid of some of the pages because I don't like how bulky it is. Okay, so on the front I added a nice picture of a lady, and there's a couple of stamps down here. I used these flowers that I actually got from my friend Frances in a card that she gave me to build, but I actually used whatever all the stuff in it on different projects. So thank you, Frances, for these flowers. They're really cool. And then I also added some lace, and there's some nice white lace underneath, and then I have this nice like pinkish lace on top of that. I have some butterflies, and I also embellished with some little gems. Okay, now, oh, I thought that was a spider. I was gonna get ready to run. So on the inside cover I added a pocket, and this is a file folder, piece of the leftover file folder, and I made this paper clip with some not with the paper pad from this Graphic 45 pad, but this is some extra paper I had, and I just cut a couple pieces, and then right here is a piece of tissue paper back here, and then these beautiful ribbon flowers were gifted to me, and I actually had 2, and I used both of them in this book. And this is from the pack, a couple of tags. Okay, so now the first signature. Now on my signatures, a lot of people sew their signatures to the spine. I decided to use elastic so that when this fills up, they can remove the signature and add another one if they decide to. That's just my preference, and it's like a travel notebook type idea. Here's the elastic, and I just used some thin silver color elastic. It really doesn't matter what color you use. Okay, so on the front here I used one of the stickers. It says "Come Away With Me," and I used a couple pieces of leftover lace. I just glued it behind there. I added some gems, then I just stapled this piece of lace on top here, and this is, like I said, made from the file folder. And then on the inside I have a pocket. This is actually a double pocket, and I just tuck some papers in here. All the papers in this book I coffee dyed. This is just from stamps. I just tucked it in there. I don't know if she'll use it or not, but save your junk. This, I just cut a piece of paper and with my hand tore it up, and then I inked it, and then I added a piece of butterfly washi tape. And then down here for the little tag here, it's one of those people use them now for washi tape, but it's actually for that thread for needlepoint. I just stapled it there, added this little picture here, and then a sticker behind it. And this paper is actually it's a pad of lined paper that I found, and it already had like a little color to it because it's really old. I just sprayed it again, and I also went all my pages after the pages dried from spraying some coffee on it. I went back and I added some more ink, and then I inked the edges with black. This gave it a little extra old-fashioned look. A little tag pocket I made, and I just put in a couple of little tags there. A little pocket that I made out of tissue paper, and I just added a couple little tags on the inside. Those actually came from Rhonda from Facebook. She gave me a whole bunch of cool things when we did a swap. Here, this is behind here, there's fabric tape, and I found at the dollar store. It's really pretty, so I added that here. Then there's just a sticker there, a sticker over here. I used some graph paper. This page here came from an old magazine. In fact, I think it's a National Geographic type magazine. This also came from Rhonda from a recent swap. And I just put a sticker here. I tried not to cover every page with something because I did that with my other book and it got so thick it was crazy. Here I made a little pocket out of these old-fashioned pieces of paper. Let me see if I can find some. I had bought an old leather binder, and this paper was in it, so I believe it was old, real old too. It fails it. So I have a whole bunch of that, so I just coffee dyed it, and I added a little flower. These flowers came from my friend Donna. I met her on a swap, and come to find out she lives 5 minutes away from me, which is really cool. I just tucked some things in there, and she crochets these little flowers, and I told her I really liked them, so she made me some. Thank you, Donna. It's really cool when you do a swap and you find out they live really close to you. I just put some stickers here, just a couple of blank pages, a little sticker here, a little doodaddy tag here, and I just put a couple of these in there for a tuck spot. See, the rest of this, I don't think I really did too much to it because I didn't want to get it too bulky. This paper here, I don't know if you can see, but it has some fibers in it. It's really pretty, and it's actually a bright yellow, but after spraying it with the coffee, it turns this nice color. And then, like I said with the other pages, I inked it a little bit. And then on the back, I have another pocket. I have a couple of these Memorex cards from the alphabet. My friend Rhonda and I, we exchanged a whole alphabet cards, and we put on the back what we like for that letter, if we could find something we like for that letter, and just decorated the card. And I put a couple of these in here for the person that I'm swapping with, because she also knows Rhonda. And I just put another big tag from the paper line. And then I guess this is like an angel wing. I also got that from Rhonda. Rhonda, really, I have a lot of stuff from her in here. This, I just took some fiber that also came from Rhonda, and I just tied it to the end of a paper clip. And then it's also holding this little tag that I got from Rhonda. She gave me a whole bunch of stuff because she knows I'm starting to get into junk journals. So when we did a swap, she added a lot of extras for me. Okay, here's the second signature. And here I added a sticker, but I tore a piece of paper, glued that down, then I took some leftover lace, glued that down, then I added the sticker. So nice little layered look. And again, another pocket. Oh, I forgot to decorate that pocket. I'll have to go back and do that. Here's another torn piece of paper, and I made a tuck spot. I just added, I stapled it, and then I put washi tape. These came from a pack. I think there's like 24 cards, but I got it at Hobby Lobby on the back wall on their closeout. And so I added a couple of those in here. Here's another one of the pages from the magazine, and another one of Rhonda's paper clips. I love her paper clips. She does such a good job. Another little pocket here, and I got a few odds and ends in there. I love how that coffee came out on some of this paper. I just love it. And if you want to know how I do my effects, a lot of people soak their papers. I have a spray bottle, and I just fill it with coffee. I put in like fresh coffee or coffee that's left over in the pot. I also added a few drops of red food coloring to get it, you know, a little darker. But I just go lay them flat on tissue paper, and I just spray. And I spray it on one side, I let that dry. Lately I've been doing it outside on my deck. Let one side dry, then go out, turn everything over, and spray it all again on the other side. This is the other side of that page from, this is Arthur's Home magazine. So this is a real old magazine. The paper is really fragile, you gotta be careful. Another piece of tissue paper, and I believe I didn't put nothing in that pocket. I'll have to go back and put a little something in there. More of that fabric tape. Then I just cut a piece of extra paper, made a little tuck spot. These I printed out online. I don't know where online, but you can find a lot of free images online. This little mason jar tag was gifted to me from somebody, I can't remember, sorry who it was, but I just used that as a tuck spot. And then I found these cute little elephant paper clips. I think it was at Marshall's. I went in there just to look around, and I came out with some stuff. I feel bad for my fiance. No. And then this is the other side. Here I just made a little tag, and I put in some journaling tags. Oops. And then this is the back page of the second signature, and there's another one of Rhonda's cards. Rhonda, I hope you don't mind that I'm sharing your nice work with people. And then here another paper clip with this fiber. I have to start collecting the fibers because I have nothing in my stash. So if you see like ribbon and stuff, it's what people have given me. Here's another one of her Rhonda's tags. And then here's the back cover. This tag I made myself. And I fringed the bottom. I bought these fringe scissors. I've always wanted a pair. And I forgot where I was. I think it was like at a, oh, where was I? At a yacht, no, a thrift shop. And I found a pair. And I'm like, oh, I have to get those because I've been wanting some. And you go in the store, and they are, to me, they're expensive. But here, this is what this pair looks like. And I love them. I mean, let me see if I can find a piece of scrap paper. I'll just use, let's see. Here we go. And you just line it up and cut away. Isn't that cool? No more cutting one piece at a time. I love them. But anyway, this is the back cover. And again, I used the file folder for the pocket. And I didn't do anything to the back, but I hope you enjoyed this little flip through. If you have any comments or questions, I'd be glad to hear your comments, and if you have any questions, just leave them below. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to start putting more and more videos up because I finally caught up on everything, and I'm trying not to do too many swaps because I want to start doing more of my own things. And I know I've been promising more videos on tutorials, and I just haven't come through with that, and I apologize, but that's my plan for the future. Thank you so much for watching my video, and you have a wonderful day. One other thing I wanted to say about that album is that I also have this bag that I was sending along with that album as extras, and I can show you what I have. I have some black ribbon, some red ribbon, I have some paper flowers, a little bow tie, a wooden butterfly, some background paper. I also threw in some of my coffee dyed wax paper that I used when I was spraying my other pages. I threw in, this is actually, you know, like a label, the background of the label once you take the labels off, that's this. I have a piece of craft paper in there. I have some coffee filters. I have some of those flowers. Here's some more of that waxy paper. I have some die cuts for Memorex cards. I have one of those hearts. I have some more tissue paper. I have some of that old-fashioned paper that I got from an old album, and then some ledger paper. I have one of my flowers that I made out of corrugated paper, and then here's another little sticker, and that's it. So that goes with that album also. And so if you enjoyed the album, let me know. If you have any questions about it, you can ask me, and thank you for watching.